Jason with J-Rob's Rocket Barbecue, coming to you live from Steelville, Missouri. Today I'm going to be making some Peachy Peach Habanero bacon crackers. Every year I kind of have a tradition where I do some barbecue and I offer it to parents as kids come trick-or-treating. Kids get some candy, some parents get some barbecue, we throw out some sodas. It's turned out pretty good. I think this will be the fourth year we've done. In the past, we've done some barbecue brisket bites, we've done some wrapped brat bites, different things. This year, we're going to try these bacon crackers, these habanero peach bacon crackers. And so this is kind of our trial run for that, and we're going to see how it goes. All right, this will be our ingredient list for today. I'm going to be using the Kellogg's Townhouse Original crackers, like the nice buttery flavor it gives. Then we have some Monterey Jack shredded cheese, some classic cut bacon. This one is hickory smoked flavor, personal preference. Then we have the Hey Grow Hey sweet barbecue rub. For a little bit of heat, we have some crushed red pepper. Again, personal preference, and a little bit of spice. And then we're going to finish it off with this original rib candy Peachy Peach Habanero sauce, and that'll kind of be glazed on at the end. For this one, I'm going to use just a standard baking sheet, a little bit of foil underneath it, and of course your cutting board for taking care of the bacon. Alright, first thing we're going to do is line this cookie sheet with some of these Toll House crackers. Okay, something like this. Now, you wouldn't know it until now, but I've been wrestling with my gimbal, this camera setup, for the last hour, and it has been a massive pain. I don't know exactly what's going on, none of the controls work, and it's just randomly panning around the room. So I keep stopping, redoing, resetting, redoing, and I'm kind of done with it. I'm going to go ahead and continue this, and if you see this thing wander off, I'm just going to kind of swear under my breath and bring it back, and we'll continue on as if nothing happened, because I can't just keep saying like this, and maybe at some point it'll get smart enough to just stay right where it's at. Alright, now we'll want to just take the crackers here and sprinkle on a little bit of the shredded cheese. What I've seen in past videos or people I've talked to is they'll take whole block cheese, either provolone or cheddar, Monterey Jack, whatever, and they can cut it into blocks and then they can just set it on there, which works pretty good. I like the shredded just because it melts kind of a little deeper, kind of sticks the bacon to the crackers. Alright, once you have all your cheese on your crackers like such, we'll swap that out and actually bring in the bacon. Now what you want to do is cut this bacon to pretty much match your crackers. I like to take a cracker just for the first one, kind of just eyeball it, see where it should go, how big a piece of bacon I need. Just kind of cut that first one. Once that's cut, you can kind of use that as a guide and you can cut the rest of your bacon to match. Alright, once all your bacon's cut, you see you should be able to just take a piece of your bacon here, just set it on top of the cracker, right on top of the cheese like that. Alright, once the bacon is in place, this is kind of where that cookie sheet underneath the rack comes in. Again, we're going to be using the sweet barbecue rub. And cookie sheet, like I said, just kind of catches the any kind of remnants, so you're not going to clean up quite the mess. But you just give it a pretty generous coating over that bacon. And then, like I said earlier, I like to put a little bit of red pepper flake on. It just adds a little bit of heat, not too much, just a little bit. A few flakes on each one. Tiny bit of heat. All right, I'm gonna be cooking these today on the Pit Boss pellet smoker. First thing we'll do here is add some pellets. I'm gonna go with applewood for flavor today. And we're gonna set the Pit Boss to 225, 220. So, and when that's up to temp, we'll go ahead and put them in. It's always a good idea to have a helper when you're doing a project like this, and this is my buddy Penfold. He's been watching me, making sure I'm not making any mistakes. And really what he's doing is hanging out to see if I have any leftover bacon. I just happen to have a little piece I cooked extra, just for him. There you go, boy. Enjoy your bacon. Thank you, buddy. All right, once we reach temperature, we'll go ahead and throw the crackers in there. And I took the cookie sheet we had used earlier for seasoning and just kind of wiped it out of the seasoning and the cheese and put it up underneath there to catch any bacon grease that drips out. It'll help it clean up later. So we're gonna set a timer for about an hour, and at about the hour mark, then we'll add some Peachy Peach Habanero sauce to it, and probably give another half hour after that, and they'll be ready to go. Okay, so it's been about an hour, and we're gonna go ahead and put on the original rib candy Peachy Peach Habanero. Just gonna glaze this up a little bit. I'll put a little bit on each one, and we'll put it back on the smoker and kind of let that caramelize. Put a little bit on each piece. Okay. Back in the smoker we go. We'll give that about another half hour. Here's our finished product. It's looking pretty awesome. And got someone winding down here wants some. And you too. All right, let's give these a try. Oh. So good. Definitely taste the Peachy Peach Habanero and the barbecue flavor with the smoke, a little bit of applewood. Phenomenal. So this is kind of a trial run for Halloween. So we'll do another batch for Halloween, and hopefully we can post that. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next time.